to break out of those proceedings to take you to the Booysens Magistrate Court, where Brigadier Moridile is now briefing the media on the shooting. Let's listen in.
Being to a court, and as they were coming, going through this, about to go down the stairs, there's about 3 shooters that came and randomly shot at them. And then as they were shooting, this was resulted in the 2 of the victims being declared dead on the scene, and 3 were taken to hospital for medical treatment. We know that the suspects fled the scene on foot, but we know that also after they got out of the premises, they were picked up by a white Audi, which is a clone. As when the police were doing preliminary investigations, they determined that that vehicle is a clone. So for now, we have our crime scene management from forensic services. We also have the serious and violence crime unit from provincial office that is going to be investigating a case of 2 counts of murder and 3 counts of attempted murder.
Brigadier, can you tell us, do you know anything more about these victims, who they were, and what case they were actually here at court for?
We know that the 3 that are injured, they are in hospital. One of them has been identified as the lawyer for the accused. The accused was appearing here on a 2025 case of murder and attempted murder that occurred in Mondu.
Can you just perhaps explain to us the cloning? What does that mean?
The cloning of a vehicle is that it's a duplicate vehicle. The original vehicle, as they were looking at on the system, is a vehicle that currently is parked that is broken. So there's a difference between that vehicle and the vehicle that they saw fleeing the scene. The number plates are the same, but they can see that it's a different car from the original.
Yes. What do you think needs to be done to prevent such incidents?
Such incident in terms of shooting incidents at court?
Yes. Because this is not the first incident that has happened in our courts.
Yes, we know that we were also having, when we were having our briefing, we were also there with the security department for justice. They are aware when there are cases that they know for a fact that there is a threat on those cases, they do ramp up security, they do involve the police to come and be part of this. But with this particular case, we do not have yet the motive for this case. It was not rated as one of those cases that can give a challenge in terms of altercations or fights happening at the court, or maybe revenge or something like that. So in most instances, the court works together with the police. The security department works together with the police. If there's a case that they know that there might be something that might happen at the court in terms of fights or in terms of the retaliations, they do beef up security to ensure that these incidents do not happen.
Brigadier, I know this might be a bit premature because the incident just happened, but are there any leads or anything at this point?
We do know that there's 3 suspects, and we do have quite a good description of those suspects. As and when the detectives are ready to issue the ID cards of those suspects, we will be doing so. Be good. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mama.
That was Brigadier Moridile, the provincial head of the South African Police Service here in this province of Gauteng, explaining more on what really transpired. According to the information she has gathered, is that 5 people were shot and 2 of them died on the scene, and you are told that 3 of them were rushed to different hospitals. I'm told by my sources that 2 of them were taken to Baragwanath Hospital, that is in Dludla in Soweto, and 1 was taken to Melpark, a private hospital. But let me just step out of shot so that maybe our video journalist Tulo Monare can be able to show you Brigadier Moridile is still being in conversation with some of the media. But as you can see, this place has been cordoned off. Earlier, I did mention, Fundo, that the law enforcers are actually ordering us to move a little bit far from or away from the scene so that maybe they can be able to work. We are also told that there was someone who had gunshots, and that male person tried to run away, running for his life, and then we are told that he fell and got injured. He sustained minor injuries, and he was treated here by the members of the emergency services, but we tried Mfundo to speak to him, but unfortunately he told us that for now he will not be able to engage with the media because he is nursing bruises. But we also try to engage with him as the day progresses. But Brigadier Brenda Moridili has just confirmed that 5 people were actually shot by unknown people. We are told, Mfundo, that those were suspects were driving a white Audi that was cloned. It has been confirmed now that 2 dead and 3 injured. As I have mentioned, we are told that one person ran after hearing gunshots and he fell and he was treated here on the scene. The motive for now is still unknown, and the police, as you heard Brigadier Brenda Mridili, the provincial head of communications at SABC, they are still investigating, and Brenda Mridili saying that they have tried to engage with the security officials here so that maybe they can try and see what exactly needs to be done in order to prevent such incidents. You'd remember that this is not a first incident that has happened, so police should be concerned about this. You know, when you visit a court, a vicinity, the first thing that you do, you will have to go through a scanner. That is where you will have to put everything that you have. That is where they can be able to detect whether you have a firearm or a weapon. If it happens that you have a weapon, security officials will assist you, and then that weapon will be taken to a safe place until you leave the court. But this incident did not happen inside, it happened outside. We are told that those who were shot were living, and they, unfortunately, the suspects were waiting for them and they were shot. 2 dead and 3 injured, and those who were injured were taken to the nearest hospitals. That would be your Chrisani Baragwanath Hospital and Mill Park Hospital. Brigadier Brenda Mridili confirming that the suspect were driving a white Audi that was clowned. Investigations in Mfundo are still underway here, and that is what we have managed to gather here as SABC News. And we are told that the Deputy Minister of Justice and Constitutional Development, Andrew Snell, is coming to attend to the scene. His spokesperson just WhatsApped me saying that he is here, the spokesperson. I'm trying to get to know whether even the Deputy Minister is here. And if the Deputy Minister is here, then we will be able, Mfundo, to engage with him so that maybe we can get a clear picture of what really transpired here. And now, Mfundo, and we are told that he is going to be briefed inside this court. We will wait, as we have waited for Brigadier Brenda Moridili, and then after getting a brief, then maybe we can be able to take him live, Mfundo. But there are family members who are here. Some of them are even crying as they are being briefed by the members of the South African Police Service. And it's, you know, when we cover such stories, Mfundo, it's very difficult to engage with the family because we need to be sensitive. They just learned that their loved ones were shot, especially those who were shot and killed. And now we need to give them space so that they can be able to be attended to, so that maybe later they can be able to talk to us. I know they don't know what happened because they were not there, but they can just give us their views on on how they feel about this matter. Mfundo, because of time, let me say back to you in studio. I will indicate to colleagues if the Deputy Minister is here so that maybe we can take him live. Mfundo, back to you in studio in Auckland Park.
All right, thank you very much to my colleague there, Dludla, out of the Booysens Magistrate Court. A very important conversation. We'll be looking forward to that, just monitoring if he does get to speak to the Deputy Justice Minister, because most certainly the issue around security is one that is important, that if they've got metal detectors inside, one would also like to know that they secure just the court precinct in its entirety, even outside, because they are ordinary citizens, even court officials that would be there. So most certainly their lives would also be at risk. We'll touch base with Dludla there in a short bit.